All right, so let's get into some of this comedian talk because Druski, he was at it again. He dropped another classic. It seems like
it was the
work husband,
work wife skit.
Yeah, so he talked
Which
about.
made me so glad that my husband works from home. Cause the fuck.
I mean, hey, you know they still be
and
trying
in
to
my
jump.
field, he knows I'm only around the gays, so
They
we
be-
both we locked in. We fine. No worries over here.
Hey, they still be trying to jump in on them little messages though. I be trying to hey. Spoken for. I'm a married man. Hey, I can't help it. But in this one, it was crazy. Like, because I've seen this. I used to work in factory. So I've seen this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
Like, when you have your woman working in hard labor like that, she is going to cheat. Like, 100%. If it's in a factory, your girl works in a factory, even if she doing HR in the factory,
okay,
she is liable to get hit.
You always want to throw the blame on the woman. The skit was that he was cheating.
Yeah, but I'm saying
and he was like sad when he got home to his wife and kids.
Yeah, I was trying to lead up to that.
Like
you wasn't even letting me get to that.
Like, nah, because you was trying to throw the woman under the bus. The fuck?
I'm just saying, well, you got to watch out for your work wife, because your work wife, your real wife or your real girl, because if she got a work husband, that nigga nasty. That nigga is vile. That nigga is waiting for the slip up. That's a nasty nigga.
Yeah.
You gotta. That's why that kind of behavior can't be happening.
I wish I was in a situation where I could have a work husband.
No, you're not. You don't need that. You gonna come straight home from now on. Straight home, and you gotta FaceTime your whole drive. But I think the interesting controversy that happened with this Druski thing was there's another comedian named Killer K. His name's Kyle, but he goes by Killer K on Twitter.
Yeah.
And he had a very similar post that he did like last year.
Yeah, it was just way less.
The production
produced.
was I mean, we're not gonna act like Druski's over here filming motion pictures
it's
over here.
It's just Druski be on scene.
Yeah, he be at the site. He be on the site.
Yeah, like
he gets the clearance.
From Druski's inception, regardless of like how much followers he had, we were like, how is he getting access to these places? So that's what set him apart. He did that extra little oomph that made it much funnier than Kyle's. Plus, I think I was following Kyle before I was following Druski.
For real?
I think.
So it's funny. The person who I was following before all them, there was this dude named Kyrie the comedian. He's still putting out stuff now, but he was doing the skits first. But I always rocked with him because he got on stage. He still do stand up to this day. Like, he really do the jokes and the skits.
I was going to bring that up next. The thing about these two guys is that they do situational lifestyle, like, type of comedy skits that doesn't translate well.
What's the other dude's name? It's another dude he right under Druski now. He was just in the Rich Baby Daddy video.
I don't know about that, but
he was.
The next guy that I think about is Desi Banks.
He
does that same type of, like,
he above Desi right now. He the light skinned nigga, the one who he had the red boots on. He did the video. He just did the video when your girl the hoe. He had Tiana Trump.
Are you talking about the nigga that be with the one that be with Drake?
Yeah, he was just in the Drake video.
I don't know his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
He
definitely is. Yeah. He does that same type of, like, situational comedy is what I call it. I don't think that translates well to stand-up comedy. I haven't seen one of these guys do stand-up comedy yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
The guys who don't like the guys who write out their skits and they're like a bunch of different scenarios and different things happen. That's a different thing. But, like, when you're doing, like, this funny thing that happens in real life and you're just, like, making it a little bit more dramatic and funnier, I don't think that translates well to stand-up comedy. And a lot of people thought that tour that Druski was going to go on,
yeah, it wasn't.
Was going to be stand-up, but it wasn't stand-up. It was like a whole talent show thing. I think Druski might be afraid of stand-up.
I mean, he probably doesn't have the material.
And I don't think I was going to say, I don't think Druski is funny enough for stand-up comedy. I think he's like a host personality. He's going to be amazing in that.
Let me ask you this, though. When it comes with Kyle, right? Because Kyle, basically, him and Druski the same phenotype.
They're the same exact nigga. Like, light-skinned, fat, literally the same
but
nigga.
That's got to hurt you that he has been so much more successful.
But Druski just has a little umph. And then
the right people like Druski.
You know what the thing is, though? Druski had characters that we fell in love with.
Who?
Kyle, the white boy. Was Druski's character's name Kyle?
He
the
might have
white
did
boy
one.
that always had his ass crack out and he
Oh,
was like
yeah.
scratching his dick.
I don't know if that was his name was Kyle, but
Yeah, Druski had characters that would be like
I think I know what you're trying to say, but I wouldn't agree with that.
I think that's what set that and the fact that he was always like on scene. Like there were it was kind of like a script. Like there was this same character that he had in a bunch of different like scenarios, but Kyle was always just like, oh, this be funny sometimes.
I think
Kyle is always this be funny sometimes.
I don't think Druski had characters per se like that were actually fleshed out. What Druski what Druski had was he addressed a particular person that you knew. So when you saw his video, you knew that person's name who acted like that.
He had that like white frat boy character.
Yeah, that was
he had like the country like
but that
white
was somebody
boy
that you knew. They didn't have names. They didn't have personality. You knew.
Let me switch it up.
They were just personalities.
Druski made comedy that appealed to white people also. Kyle never did.
Okay, I can see with that.
He did the white frat boy. He did the white country boy. He did the white like white trash comedy. He did all that. That was funny to what is interesting actually now that I think about it is that Druski was making fun of white people for mad long. And black people thought it was funny because he's making fun of white people, and white people think it's funny because he's making fun of white people well.
Or they think that they not know that he making fun of white people and they just think he making fun of black people.
But he's making fun of white people.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That makes me like Druski a little bit. Like, I already think the nigga's hilarious.
Okay, don't try to make this nigga like he fucking the comedy Malcolm X.
He's not. I still think that Druski is not funny enough for stand-up comedy. That basis is still the foundation of what I think. Like, I do think his comedy has limitations, but I do like him a little bit more because, like, he gained popularity with everybody, and I think he got more popular because he was making fun of white people. And black people don't do that as much.
Not like they used to.
Yeah.
Not like they used to.
And I feel like y'all need to make fun of these crackers more.
I'm with it. This to stay in the